Hi guys and gals, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I've not done any videos for, well, probably a couple of weeks or more, isn't it? Probably 3 weeks since I last did a video. So just doing a little driving video today, just heading out in Orwin. Just going to go and buy some more engine coolant. Very misty morning, coming towards the end of January. This year so far has gone so quick. It's like the 22nd of January today as I do this video, and I can't believe it's the 22nd of January already. There's only like a week left and then we're in February already. It's mad. Can't believe how fast it's going already. So yeah, I'm just heading out to get some coolant because Orwin, unfortunately, is using quite a lot of coolant at the moment, and I suspect the head gasket's going, because water and oil has been definitely mixing a little bit. Well, you couldn't have just let me go, could you? No, you had to. People at that junction, honestly, they do me head in. Just having a little rant. But no, unfortunately, I do think the head gasket is starting to go on Orwin, because it's actually been doing it for a few months, if I'm absolutely honest, where the coolant's been going a bit brown and sludgy. But very, very strangely, this is a few months back, I actually tightened up the cylinder head bolts, and they did actually allow me to tighten them up a little bit. So how on earth the head bolts work themselves loose, I don't know, but somehow the head bolts had worked themselves loose. Not all of them, how many is it? There's 10 bolts. Not all of them were loose, but probably about 6 or 7 of them were actually a little bit loose. But the car's been running fine. Since I tightened them up, it's been running fine, but it has started using coolant again. So yeah, I'm just nipping out just to go and buy some. Nip out to the local car spares. The nearest one happens to actually be Halford, so I'll just nip to Halford's, go and get some, give him a little run while I'm out, a little drive, and do a little short driving video. So there's not really a lot to report because the weather's been absolutely shocking. As a lot of people know, in the UK we had that bad snow. It only lasted for like a couple of days, but it stayed on the ground for a good week and a half where I live. You know, there's still odd little patches of snow dotted about in some places even now. In some of the darker shaded areas, there's an odd little patch. But yeah, when it's miserable, cold, snowy, last thing you feel like doing is going outside and working on your cars. So I ain't really got a lot to report. I have got my last tyre fitted on my wheel, ready to put on my Astra, and then my Astra will be ready for its MOT, and then I can finally get that up for sale. So hopefully I'll be doing a driving video soon, driving to work in the Astra, taking it for its MOT, and then I'll be able to get it up for sale. But I mean, to be honest, there's no major rush because it's still only January. It's not the best time to be selling a convertible, but come, you know, maybe another few weeks away, if I can get the MOT done sometime in the next month, and then get it up for sale come like March, you know, beginning of this going into spring, it's a time where a convertible is probably going to sell better. So get it up for sale. I just need to sort out the cooling fan, not the cooling fan, the interior heater fan, because I mentioned in a previous video how it all got stuck because water's been getting in. But yeah, so that's a little job to get sorted. And then once the Astra has gone, I'm going to do some moving around of cars on my driveway, and I'm going to get the Vectra moved from underneath the conifer so it's in a position where I can actually work on it. I think the Mark 1 cav, I'm going to put that on the drive where the Vectra currently is, so it's like out of the way under the tree for now. Put the Manta back where the Manta currently is, and have the Vectra on the drive where the Astra currently is, because then it's in a much easier position for me to be able to work on it and start to get some stuff done on it. That's if I decide if I'm going to keep it or not. There's still obviously the option of just putting it up for sale as a project and just getting it sold. So there is still that going through my mind that I may as well just get it advertised and sold. But we shall see. For now, most important thing is just keeping Orwin running, keeping Orwin going, because he's my main daily driver. I have actually been tempted to get the MOT on the Astra, put the Astra back on the road temporarily as my main daily driver while I've tried to sell it, and then it gives me a chance just to whip the head off of Orwin and get the head gasket done. So we shall see, because Orwin's definitely kicking out a fair bit of moisture from the exhaust, so I think he's definitely getting ready for the head gasket doing again, which is annoying really, because the head gasket had been done a few years ago, not long before I bought him. It's probably only like about 5 years ago that well, I'm saying that maybe 5 years ago that the head gasket had been done. So it's a bit annoying that it's giving symptoms like it's needing doing again. So I said my mate Andy, who I bought Orwin off, he'd had the head gasket, timing belt and everything done. I don't think he had the water pump done, I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely showing signs of head gasket issues. Also, I need to sort out his thermostat, because the thermostat is definitely stuck open. I mean, today it's a little bit warmer today, so there is actually some heat coming through, but on the really cold days when it's been down to like 0 and just, you know, round about 0 and just a little bit below 0, the heat has hardly been getting warm at all, because the engine's just not warming up, and that's definitely because the thermostat is stuck open. So yeah, I know I need to do the thermostat as well. So yeah, constant little bits of maintenance that need doing on these older cars. Funny thing is, the bit that's letting him down is actually the newest part on him. You know, to say that the engine is a much newer engine than the car, it's quite funny really, quite ironic that the newest bit on the car is actually the bit that's causing the issues rather than the oldest bit. Yeah, there's quite a lot of moisture coming out of exhaust. I mean, I know it is a cold, damp morning, and obviously I've not driven very far, but there's quite a lot of water moisture coming out of exhaust as I'm videoing this. So anyway guys, so I'm going to come back. I'll carry on the video shortly once I've nipped into Alford. So see you in a bit. Right then guys, I'm back. Just done my little bit of shopping at good old Alford's. Just wipe the windscreen because it's misting up a bit. Can hear a rattling noise in the background. That's my handbrake cable. If I take the handbrake off, the rattling stops. Put the handbrake on, it's rattling. Oh, the little joys, the little joys. You do get these little quirks with these older cars, but I wouldn't have it any other way, you know. Oh yeah, there were a little bit of clicking then as well from my CV joint. You know, I fitted new CV joints. Yeah, you can hear it knocking then. Clonk, 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 clonk. I fitted new CV joints on the near side drive shaft, inner and outer. And I don't know if it's my driving. I've been a little bit too enthusiastic with the driving and hard acceleration like I often do, but I think I've gone and killed either the inner or outer CV joint again. I'm guessing the outer one, but I have to be honest, I didn't use genuine GM parts. Look at bloody queue to get out of here now. Jesus. I might be sat here a while chatting to you guys because traffic's not moving very well to get out of here. Oh, it's the only problem with this place. This is this little shopping centre, and it's Kiln Away, in Sheffield, and it's the worst designed shopping centre ever. The road system in and out of it is absolutely ridiculous. The roads are so thin, they've got these stupid bushes, so you can't see folks coming, unless you're in an SUV of course, then you can see over the top. And it's such a little road coming in and out, it's so narrow as you can see. And it's like, there's so many shops and you've just got this one little crappy little road that goes in and out of it. And you can be sat waiting ages at these lights, waiting to get out onto the main road. Honestly, it's terrible. Like other big shopping centres similar to this near me, they've got nice big roads in and out of them, nice big entrances, but this one, no, it's bloody ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But hopefully today, it's just after 2:30, so it's not quite as bad for traffic. But come down here on a Saturday, oh my word, you'll be sat here for frigging ages trying to get in and out. Well, getting in's all right, it's getting out that's a nightmare. But yeah, that's a little rant. So my next port of call is I'm just going to nip to another car spares place on my way back home, because I need to get a new rocker gasket cut thing as well, a new rocker gasket, you know, the cork one that goes on the top of the engine, because it's leaking oil out all over the top of the engine. It's one of them little jobs I've been meaning to do for months and I just haven't got around to doing it, and it's got to a point now where it is it's peeing quite a lot of oil out all over the top of the engine. So yeah, I need to get it sorted. I know when I get a head gasket set, it'll come with a new top gasket anyway, probably. But just for now, I mean, they're usually not a lot of money, a couple of quid or something. They're usually not a great deal of money, so I may as well just go and get one. So yeah, just had to think of any updates on any other projects. Well, like I say, weather's been crap. I had a good new year, done plenty of partying, going out with friends. I've just been concentrating on life and going out and having fun in between working. Just been going out and having fun rather than wasting time working on my cars while the weather's been crap. So I mean, I bought a heater for my garage, as some of you guys will know, because I had all these good intentions of going in the garage and getting some stuff in the garage on the cold days. But the problem is, you finish work at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock like I do. And last thing you feel like doing when you get home at 7:30 is going in garage, in dark, in cold, and starting working on one of your cars. And I think that's one of the big problems I've got at the moment, is just this you know, this feeling of like there's more important things in life than spending all my time working on my cars. And that's why I'm even thinking of selling 3 or 4 of my current cars, because I just ain't got time to enjoy them. I ain't got time to work on them. I ain't got time to do justice to them. You know, I think to myself, I'd be better off just the money I've got, pooling it and investing it into 1 or 2 of my main project cars, rather than it being spread thinly over various different cars. It'd be better to just pick 1 or 2 to really focus on, you know. And I think, well, the ones I'm obviously going to focus on are going to be the X-Max Power Cavalier, because I've only just recently bought that, so that kind of goes without saying. And then my Nova, obviously. Come on, what are you doing in this lane, dawdling along under the speed limit? Ah, fair enough, you're turning off there. And beyond that, I don't know. I still keep thinking of selling Vectra. Just get Vectra gone. I still can't decide what to do with Manta. I can't decide what to do with Mark 1 Cav. I ain't quite finished what I've been doing on that either, again, because weather's been so frigging cold and horrible. And when it's not been cold and horrible, it's been raining. like today, where it's actually a bit sunny and a bit warm, it's actually quite a nice decent day today. It's probably the first decent day I've had. That's why I've decided just to nip out, get some coolant, get the whatchamacallit. In fact, I might see if they've got a full head gasket kit at this place I'm going to. Oh, I always forget. No, you have to wait on a red. Light goes green here, but it's green for straight on only, not for turning right. And I nearly forgot then. I nearly, well, I did. I started setting off, didn't I? Yeah, I might see if they've got a head gasket kit at this place I'm going now. Or at least get them to price it up for me. But one thing I'll definitely do, I'll have the head skimmed while I've got the head off. I'll have it skimmed and do it properly. I think one of the reasons maybe why the head gasket is playing up is because if you remember when I had that major coolant leak, and I might have just semi-cooked the engine a little bit a few months back when I had that major coolant leak, and I think I might have semi-cooked the engine and maybe even slightly warped the head or something, and that might be what's actually caused the problem when it were dropping coolant and the engine were boiling over. I've kind of got that suspicion that might be the case, but I'm not entirely sure. Chuffing hell, there's a load of new houses popped up round here since last time I came. Them houses in front, them little tall thin ones, they weren't there last time I came on here. Right, this is what I've got to see now, if there's anywhere to park. So this is a place I'm coming, this little shop called Road and Rally, right next door to Bargain Booze, and look at that, there's a parking space. Oh yeah, I've got a bit of knocking from front end as well. I don't know if you could hear that knocking then. I've hit some right bloody potholes when we've had all this snow recently. The snow's just... Oh, that van's moving now. Oh, that makes it a bit easier to park now he's moved. Let's just pull in and park. Yeah, my exhaust is really smoky this morning. Really, really smoky. Right then guys, so I'll leave it there for now and I'll come back to you shortly. See you in a bit. Right, I'm back guys. So, when I've talked about what it's like running a 40-year-old daily driver, one of the things I mentioned about is parts availability. So it's interesting, I've just popped in to get the rocker cover gasket, so basically the little cork gasket on the top of the engine, and he can get me one for tomorrow. He's not got them on the shelf, but he can get me one in for tomorrow. So this is what I'm saying about the beauty of driving a 40-year-old Cavalier is, you know, parts availability. You know, being able to pop into just a general parts place and be able to get a rocker gasket cover. I mean, in the past, a few years ago, they would have had them on the shelf, but he's not got them on the shelf, but he can get me one for tomorrow. So I still think that's pretty chuffing good, isn't it? You know, it's one of the things that'll put a lot of people off getting an older car, like an old Cavalier like this. And of course, not all cars are as well catered for. The reason that they're so easy to get hold of bits like that is because this engine, this 2-litre 8-valve, is basically the same overall engine as the original 1.6 big block that was in it when it was brand new. And it's also the same basic block as the 1.8. And those same engines were used right through the Mark III Cavaliers, into the you know, the various Astras and Belmonts and Coltons. They were used in the Frontera. You know, that 2-litre engine and the 1.8 and 1.6 variants, the big block version, were used in so many different models. That's why it's just so easy, you know, so relatively easy to get hold of parts like that. I didn't bother asking about a head gasket kit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see about getting a head gasket kit off eBay or something. I'm just going to see how he goes for the next few days. Like I say, I think I am very, very tempted, like I was saying earlier in the video, very, very tempted to get the Astra back on the road. Once the Astra's MOT'd, I'm very tempted to tax it and actually use the Astra for a couple of months, give Orwin a little bit of a rest, give me time to do his head gasket, strip top at engine off, do his head gasket, and then get him back on road for spring, and then hopefully by then Astra will get sold. So I'm tempted to do that. I think just run the Astra a little bit as my daily driver. I think it makes sense to do that. I do. I think it does make sense for me to do that, because I do love having Orwin as a daily driver, my old school 40-year-old daily driver. But there is them little things, like I said, the heater not working fantastic because the thermostat is stuck open. I did actually also do a video of driving to work in the snow. There was one day where I couldn't actually make it to work because I couldn't get through the snow, and it's not the car's fault, it's the tyres' fault. So these Toyo Proxys which I've got on, the brilliant tyres in the dry and in the wet, but in the snow I've found that they're not fantastic. They're still better than the tyres that I've got on the Astra. You know, they're certainly not bad, but I could really have done with some snow tyres or winter tyres. They're definitely more summer tyres. They have got really, really good wet weather grip though, really good grip in the rain. But yeah, I think I put quite a lot of abuse on him, you know, with wheel spinning and stuff. I mean, as much as you try and control the wheel spin, you sometimes can't help but just naturally having wheel spin. And yeah, it definitely didn't do him any good. I've got to feel, you know, some days it feels like the clutch is slightly slipping as well, and that's because just them couple of days just getting stuck on snow and wheel spinning and trying to like going backwards and forwards trying to find grip. I don't like the amount of use and abuse that he's getting, and I sometimes think to myself, if I kept the Astra as a daily driver, or if I put the Vectra on the road as my daily driver, I won't feel as guilty using and abusing them. I don't really like using and abusing Orwin that much, because, you know, then again, he does love it. He loves being used and abused. So I don't know. Do I keep using Orwin as my daily driver, or do I use one of my more modern cars as a daily driver? Saying that though, one of the more modern cars might not take the abuse like Orwin does. Orwin takes it. He takes it like a trooper. I'm not sure one of the more modern Vauxhalls would be able to cope. In all honesty. Anyway, I'm just heading back home. I've got the coolant, which was the more important thing that I needed. Rocker cover gasket I'm not going to have till tomorrow. That's if I can get to pick it up. I might not be able to get to pick it up. I might even ask my dad if he'd be able to go and pick it up for me. In fact, yeah, that's an idea. I might ask my dad if he can go and pick it up for me. If I give him the receipt and he can go and pick it up for me, if it's around the area, then I can get it chucked on. I was hoping they'd have it in stock so I could fit it today, but obviously not. But anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there for now, so thanks a lot for watching. Please like, browse, subscribe, stay tuned, there will be a lot more content on its way. Apologies again that I've not done many videos recently, it's just not been the weather for it, like I keep saying. So yeah, we shall see you next time. Laters guys, bye.